Hello. Hi. Welcome to the April 26th, 2023 entry of the Toniku Viorno. Now, I was on Chat GPT and I was searching up. I searched this, okay? I said, "What controversial topics should I talk about with my audience?" And Chat GPT said, "You should be passionate about the topics you discuss, but here are a list of controversial topics." And now one of them was about the age of consent, right? And I thought this one was very interesting to talk about because a lot of times on the internet, people, there seems to be a big shaming around, people who date or sleep with people under the age of 18, right? Um, but when we're talking about like legally, right? I'm not talking about, sleeping with someone that's, under the age of consent, right? But we're talking about legally here. But there seems to be a big, on the internet at least, it seems to be frowned upon that even if you're, let's say you're 26, right? And you're dating and sleeping with someone who's 16, but it's legal in wherever you're from, there seems to be a big action on the internet against such behavior, right? Now, I think that if there's any manipulation going on, like I don't know, lie to the 16-year-old, or you said like, hey, or if you gave them money and you said like, hey, here's, $300, sleep with me. Basically anything, you're doing anything that's making the 16-year-old sleep with you when they otherwise would not have, okay? Yeah, I think there's something wrong with that. But I think that if you're 26 years old, and you met this 16-year-old out in the shopping, in the grocery store, let's say, or in the shopping mall, right? And you're like, hey, I think you look pretty cool. I think you look pretty good. Do you want to hang out? And you hang out, and some relationship developed from that. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't think any of us should give a fuck what you do. If you genuinely like someone that's, under the age of 18, but legal, wherever you're from, why the fuck do we have a say in what you do? Now some people could say, you know, there must be something wrong with you. Why are you as a 26-year-old wanting to date 16-year-olds? Yeah, sure. Like, I get that. I get that argument. When you're 26, yeah, I get it. You're probably doing something else, right? You're probably, in your career pretty heavily. 16 years old, 16-year-olds, they're probably in high school, probably, or maybe they're homeschooled, right? Like, and if they're not, you know, are they dropped out? Like, seems kind of suspicious. But most of the time, 16-year-olds are in high school. So I get it. You're in two different walks of life. And most of the time, brain development or intelligence development, it's not quite there yet for the younger party. And so I get it. There's a maturity difference, right? But let's just say it's a purely, I don't know, physically admiring relationship. The 26-year-old thought the 16-year-old was cute. The 16-year-old thought the 26-year-old was cute. They just think each other are attractive, okay? And they just have a purely physical relationship, consensual. I I guess I can see that. Like, it's not like, you know, okay, so maybe intellectually they have nothing in common, but so they admire each other's looks. Who cares? Humans admire each other's looks all the time. Humans bang all the time just based off looks. Why should we judge them just because one is under 18 but legal in wherever they're from? I don't see why we should judge them. And if you're saying that it's creepy, that it's almost like the internet is making it seem like any type of engagement with someone under the age of 18 is grooming. It's almost like that's That's how it is. You cannot talk to someone under the age of 18 without it being inappropriate. That's so odd. That's so odd to me. This just makes it, this kind of attitude towards these two kind of this kind of behavior, it just limits any type of growth in this type of behavior. Now, anytime someone, who I don't even know what we think, so I'll just say someone over the age of 18 talks to someone under the age of 18, there's just so much taboo around it for no reason. Now these two people can't even have a conversation without it being like, am I doing something wrong? I just find that so odd. Now, if it's illegal, like in California or something, where I think the age of consent is 18, okay, so be it. Stick to over 18s. But if you're in a place where the age of consent is 16, and you think the 16-year-old is cute, the 16-year-old thinks you're cute, fuck it, have at it. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. If you have such a big problem with it, and when I say you, I don't necessarily mean you, the person watching it, but if it is you, or if you're someone on the internet who has a problem with it, why don't you go lobby in your local political, I don't know, lobby to whoever, whichever party is in support of raising the age of consent. Do something about it, as opposed to complaining and making what is currently legal a weird thing. These people on the internet are making it into such a weird thing that there's now this, like, the word minor is so loaded now. Before, minor just means, I think, someone who doesn't have the power to, sign their own. I forgot how it was, like, defined, but it's like, before, minor just means someone who didn't have, like, power over their, lives or something. Okay. But now minor is like this under 18, this, like, taboo sexual person. Why did it become that? When did it become that? I guess recently. I just think it's so, I just think it's so I just think it's so I think it's so none of our business. I think it's so none of our business. When Tyga, I think when he was 24 and Kylie Jenner was 17, it was just like, oh my God, how could you, how could you? She's a minor. Oh my God, you're misleading her. Did you guys think that Kylie didn't like Tyga at all? Did you guys think that Kylie was just blind, deaf, and dumb and was purely manipulated by Tyga? Like, did you guys think that Kylie didn't think Tyga was attractive and cool? Did you guys think that she had no input whatsoever? She did not influence the relationship at all? Is that what you guys think? I just think that, you know, in North America, at least from what I see, I just feel like it's almost like we look at, like, minors as if they have no agency. We look at minors as if they're just, oh, there's just children. What, this person is like 16-year-old vaping, drinking. What do you mean they're just children? Like, we look at them as if they have no agency and they can't make any decision of their own. Come on. Do you guys not remember when you were 16? Did you have no agency at all? Was anybody over the age of you, older than you, anytime you're in contact with them, were you just manipulated by them? Or were you the one partially doing your manipulation as well? I just think it's crazy. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It's almost like, if and let me, like, speak for the other side for a second, right? Well, I think I already did. If they're gonna say it's manipulation, if it's truly manipulation, oh, I agree with you. You don't want someone abusing their power, making someone, I don't know, sleep with them, using their power to abuse that. Yeah, I agree with you. No, that's not right. But we're talking about two consensual people legally sleeping with each other. One is under the age of 18 but legal. Fuck, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? And also, we have to look at these situations with nuances. You know, you can't just be like, oh my god, this person's 22, wow, this person's 16, disgusting, groomer. Look at the situation. And if he is a groomer, all right, call it out. But like, use your head a little bit. I know that's hard for a lot of people, but use your head a little bit. Look at the situation and just be like, all right, fuck, maybe they're six years apart, but they really like each other. Fuck, all right, like, let them do them. Do you think every relationship is supposed to be perfect? Every relationship, guys, it's supposed to be 2 years apart. They have to be perfect. They have to do this. Nah, there's relationships that come out of any type of situation. And I say, if it's legal and no one's coerced, let them do their fucking thing. I don't know. I thought I had more to say on this, but I guess that's it. Yeah, yeah. I think that if a 16-year-old wanted to date, or even fuck fuck a 28-year-old, fuck, let them. That's their decision. When you were 16, were you so intellectually challenged that as soon as you hit 18, you're like, wait a minute, what I did 2 years ago was not me? No. I'm still the same person I was. Yeah, I'm a little smarter, I'm a little more mature, but I'm still the same person. Just because I'm more mature doesn't mean I'm not the same person. I didn't go from 16 to 18 and boom, I'm a different person now. No. When I was 16 to 18, I was still pretty much the same. So if you're saying that that's why we should raise the age of consent to just 18 all across the board, then go to your local political party and sign up for that, lobby for that, do something about it. And I also hear about how, like, now 18, now if someone, let's say they're 30 and they're talking to an 18-year-old, oh my god, that's so creepy. Even this 18-year-old who's legal as well, what's the word I'm trying to say, not a minor, they have their own, you know, they can, you know, whatever it is, for the majority of countries and cities, they're in the age of majority, right? Now that's creepy too. Oh my god, that's so creepy. So should we just cater to what the people of the internet want? Are we just catering to you? And you know, I talked to some older people about this problem, and they said that and it's hard to know, like, how many people are actually care about this in real life. How many people actually care about this in real life? A lot of people on the internet do, because I think they like to just echo each other. But I wonder, if you go down the street, like, how many people actually care about this? But what I was about to say is that, are we supposed to just cater to what your definition of a perfect relationship is? If a 30-year-old wants to date an 18-year-old, fuck it, let him. Let her. Because women out there want to date younger people too. Are we supposed to just all date people within 2 years? Anything more than 2 years? Wee-woo, wee-woo. The age police is here. Sir, you're dating someone within 3 years of your age. That's a no-no. What? Just so weird. These people on the internet, like, caring so much about other people's lives. Bro, if it's legal, let them do it. If you don't like it, do something about it. I just wanted to say that. I don't know if I have anything more to add. If I do, maybe I'll make another video about it, but I just want to say that. I just think that's, you know, these people got too much time on their hands and they're policing other people's relationships. Anyways, that's the April 26, 2023 entry of the Tony Coviorno. I'll see you guys for the April 27th one. Goodbye.